You always do it.
All right, this is episode 5 of Behind the Stripe. We've got a good one for you today. We planned this. It's not like we called this guy 2 minutes ago and we're like, jump online. This guy, our first ever Christmas truck giveaway winner, our second truck ever winner. He is out of New Jersey. His name is Marlon Salazar. Welcome to the show, Marlon. How does it feel to be number 5 and our first Hispanic?
Oh, well, it's an honor. It's an honor. I'm glad to be here. I can't believe you guys called me. I know this was planned for weeks and
Weeks,
you had
weeks.
reached out to me before. I was on the fence about it, but
No, yeah, for sure. Trevor, are you
Yeah.
there too?
Thanks for coming on
I know
not
it's hard to
last
reach
minute.
my people. But nah, it's fun. This is fun. The truck giveaway was cool. Driving up to see I met Ken when was it? This was 2 years ago?
December of 23.
December 23. We're in 26, so it's like yeah, 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, I
Good
couldn't
question
believe it
is,
was that long ago too.
Are you gonna ever come to the expo?
It's hard, dude, because it's just I got a family growing, so we just had our third,
Oh.
and at that age, it's kind of like you got to be there all the time.
Now give
It's hard,
her give
man.
her a little shout out. She's got a full head of hair. Like I mean
Yeah, she's
that
adorable.
Joker came
You know,
out with like
actually,
a
all my
full head.
all my kids, man, they grew up with they come out with an afro. I don't
My
know. It
daughter
might
was
be me.
bald till like her third birthday.
My daughters all have a head full of hair, man. They
Yeah,
came
my
out
son came
every
out
single
with a head
nursery
full of
rhyme.
hair too. I was like, whoa, hello.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And then she just turned a month yesterday. She's great. You know, my other daughter's great with her. And then being home for the winter, it's like you don't even have to worry about it. I don't got to go to work. I could stay home. I
How
could
did you
help
guys
out.
make out? Because you're pretty
Yeah.
close to me. I'm still in Maryland for a few more weeks and then we head west. But how did you make out in this big storm? We got probably almost 20 inches here. Did you make some snow money?
Yeah, dude. My new lawnmower just showed up today. I texted my dealer. I was like, yo,
What did you buy?
a 48-inch X Mark with the
Nice.
Kawasaki engine.
Nice.
Or joking. Yeah, yeah. It's my
If you
third
need to
one.
borrow some money, just reach out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We'll
no,
help
for
you out.
sure. I know you're big on what was it?
The
Skag?
Ferris, man, when you
With
get into
Oh yeah,
this
Ferris.
yeah, yeah.
suspension, if you get to the Z3 line, if you're doing a stand on, there's no
All right,
comparison.
but wait. How much does one of those run?
Money is no object. Okay.
See, that money is an object when
to
you're cutting
save
grass.
to save your back so you can chase around those kids later in
Yeah.
life. I mean, come
Yeah,
on, man.
no. Well, it depends on what you're saying because if I was a solo guy, I'm not getting a
All right,
Ferris
see, he's not even
Z3.
cutting. He's just sitting at home playing Fortnite, and he's got
Yeah,
crews cutting.
yeah. See, if I was a solo guy, a Ferris Z3 is not going to cut it because it's too much money. It's way too much overhead. If I'm solo and I'm cutting, I'm getting the cheapest stand on you can get, which is
Now, what do you got? How many crews do you have running this year?
I scaled down because I used to run. It was like 3 teams. It'd be me, right, with a guy. I'd have 3 guys cutting, and then I had a landscape team. So,
Dang.
but it was just a headache, dude. It was just too many trucks. There was too much going on. Not enough experience. Not enough,
Well, that's why we gave you a truck.
Yeah, dude. And then the only thing with that is like I have a 20-foot enclosed trailer and I have a
Yeah.
14-foot dump trailer, and that little choo-choo was a 6 banger. And
Yeah, but that was
couldn't
what?
really
What was
pull
it like? What do they call it? Like a 4 point what? A 4.6?
It was no,
It
it
was
was
damn near a V8.
it was the legendary V6 inline six. It was a 300.
Yeah, I think it was like a 4 point something,
Yeah.
4.2 or something. Now look,
Listen, don't get me wrong. That
let's
truck was
scale it
funny.
back.
It was fun to drive, man.
We're gonna.
The only thing it was missing was first gear. It's just
Hey, the tranny was a little
What?
it
question,
was
but
I didn't know
I
this.
got it. It was good.
Listen, long story short, Kenny, you called me, right? You called me on Christmas. I thought it
He
was
doesn't.
spam.
He doesn't even answer the phone. What kind of guy doesn't
I
even
didn't
answer
answer
a
the phone. He was
stranger's
blowing up
call
my
on
phone.
Christmas?
And this is like Christmas Eve. I think we're throwing a big Christmas party. Like my family's here. I get this guy calling me. And I'm like, boop, delete, boop,
I know. I
block,
was like,
whatever.
what the?
Yep, that's 90% of the time he calls me, I do the same thing.
Yes, exactly. So then I finally pick up the phone. I'm like, yo, who is that? Or he sent me a text message. He's like, oh, this is Ken. You won the truck. Call me back. I was like, oh shit. So I call him back and like all my family's in there. I'm drinking. He's like, you won the truck. And I was like, nah, this is a scam. I was like, this is crazy. Cause I forgot all about it.
You hang up on
And
him.
and he was just like, nah, it's yours. You won it. Like, whatever. I was like, okay, I won. I told my family, they're like, you're getting scammed. They're like, you didn't win anything.
Everybody says the same thing, man.
So then we set it up. We were talking back and forth. I drove down with my buddy Nick, and we go to pick it up. I'm excited. I'm looking at the pictures. I'm like, this is great. I still thought I was getting scammed because I was like, yo, send me a title so I can register it and drive it back. He's like, nah, you got to come pick it up. All right. So I was like, I'm gonna go to Maryland and get robbed. And no, we picked it up. It was a fun
Now,
drive back.
wasn't it like, weren't you like not even really a follower? Didn't your buddy Nick like talk you into signing up to it or something?
Yeah. My buddy Nick knew about you guys, and like I just randomly had joined, and I was just like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." And like I joined like the Facebook group and like the Instagram. I was like, "This is like
Yeah, I
the
just
community
joined that stuff.
because there's nothing really like that. You know what I mean? Community wise, there's nothing that
You're
you like when
relatively
you go.
close. You're right up the street from us, you know, and Maryland, at least at the moment.
Yeah, what was it? How far was that
'Cause I
drive? Four
I had to
hours?
go several times to that Hustler dealer that's real big up there. What is that in, like, Moore something?
Morristown.
Yeah, like, there's a big Hustler dealer. I took that drive 2 different times.
Yeah. No, the only dealer that I deal with is this guy Teddy. He owns Ford's outdoor power equipment. I've been with him for years. He gave me my first fleet, my second fleet, and now my third fleet.
Now
All my machines.
what's that young kid that's blowing up, in Jersey? Swiggity Man.
Swiggity.
Now, how far is
Never
Swiggity
heard of
Man? You've never heard of
Yeah,
Swiggity Man?
I'd never heard of him till
Bro,
the
he's
expo
like
either.
he's
I don't
got
know
a
if you're
pretty
being serious
serious
or not.
he's got
He is.
he's got a couple crews, he's got a big warehouse. I don't know if it's at his family's house, but Joker blew up like 200 followers in like 6 to 8 months on Instagram, like just funny, crazy shit, and he's in Jersey somewhere. Jersey ain't
No,
that
I
big. You
never heard of him. It's hard to get into that space, man. The creativity, you got to be creative, and I'm not. I'm like the furthest person from being creative. Like I run a tight ship. I run
Yeah,
it like the
me too.
military. Like my guys, they show up. We know we got to fuel up, sharpen blades, check air filters, check everything, make sure we're all good. 30 minutes or less, and then we're flying out the door. Like I don't really stop and
Now I see
start
your
recording.
buddy Nick, you can give him a shout out. I can't remember what his company name is. It's like his last name, right?
Grigoli, yeah, Grigoli.
Now, I've
He's
seen
good.
him and his, who's it, his fiance, right?
Yeah,
I
he's
see they're starting to do some videos and stuff, you know?
yeah, he's good at it, man. He's a
Yeah.
natural. He's got the
Well,
face
both
for
of
it.
them are also like fucking models. I mean, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like,
That
they're both
helps.
like
I don't know if you
tall, blonde
remember.
hair, you know, so
He's
they're
like
like,
6'7".
yeah,
He's
they're
huge.
they're both like fucking Instagram models. So it's like they should do pretty well online, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And he's got like, I don't know, the personality for it. He's like a funny guy, and
Yeah.
he's good on camera. So, and he does good work. Like his landscaping's good. He's young. He's a young buck. I think he's like 23. He has his
Yeah,
wedding in
'cause see,
April.
I think Trevor, he like followed and knew who we were, and then he's like, "Oh, dude, you got to try to win this truck." And then he
Yeah.
convinces his friend to get into it, and his friend wins the damn truck. He's
Wins
like,
the truck.
Yeah.
Take me
That's
with you,
exactly what
man."
happened.
And
Which
he's
is
like, "Take me
crazy.
with you, please."
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like the MKC deal with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
But
look,
no,
you
we
can't
drove
win
that
this
truck.
knife.
We drove that truck around, bro. Like all winter, I was beating the shit out of it. We were just whipping corners. It was fun to drive with a little rear wheel
Dude, that
drive.
one,
Didn't weigh anything.
I'll tell you right now, that was the worst one I ever did. Okay, so what happened was we gave away that first truck, and it was like all I did. It was like my whole personality. Like, dude, we're giving away this truck. We give away the truck at the expo. It was so cool. I get home, I'm like, I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, what do I do? I'm not giving away a
Became
truck.
your mentality.
I
It's your
looked
personality.
on Marketplace, and it's like, bam, here's another 93 F-150. It's like 10 minutes away. I was like, God's telling me, bro, I got to buy this thing. So I freaking buy it. I think we paid like over $6,000 for the truck. And then like I get it home and I'm like, look, I got to take it to like at least get it looked at, like just a basic one over, you know? So the guy's like, oh, we do an oil change. I was like, look, the tranny's a little hard right now. Like,
A little. Man, that
it's
was
like
a
it would
fucking
literally like
horse.
throw your back out in
Yeah.
second gear. But once we got past second,
That's
you
cool.
were
I'm giving it
good.
away.
All the wires were fucked up. Like I had to redo the whole wiring harness, had that put in. And even after the wiring harness, which the guy said it would fix, I think, didn't the speedometer not work?
Bro, nothing in that thing worked.
I think
Man,
I
why
told
did
him,
you
I
end
was
up
like,
selling
"Look,
this thing? That's
Dude,
weird.
I was like, the speed is between you and
nothing
Jesus,
worked.
because I don't even
And
know what
I
it is.
tried, like I'm mechanically inclined. You know what I mean? I'm not a mechanic, but I went to school for a little bit. I went to school for like a year and a half to learn about like mechanics. I was gonna do that before we did lawn cutting. And so I'm like doing the sensors, trying to mess around with that, change the dash cluster just in case it was like a shorted cluster or whatever. I was messing around with it. I was like, this thing is not a happy truck at all.
I
At
think wasn't it?
all.
It was
It had me crazy.
wasn't it like a Caterpillar truck or something on the side? Like you could still see it bleeding through.
You told me somebody was using it
I forget
for like
what
a
it
big
was.
company.
Somebody had it like for a long time, and they used the shit out of that dump bed. Now, but what made this bad is I come back, I got nothing to do, I feel empty inside. I buy this other truck, and I found out very quickly that it's much harder to get people to help you sponsor a truck you're just giving away from your yard than one that's sitting at the Equip Expo. So,
Yeah.
you know, it was right literally weeks before Christmas. I buy this thing, and it's off season. And dude, I think I paid I ate almost 3,500 of that truck, and I was like, "Damn, this is not a good idea." But it ended up
Yeah,
being
I could have
pretty.
told you that from when I saw it. I could have been like,
Yeah,
"Hey, man, I
it
should have just
ended
took the
up
cash out." Should we give a cash out option?
it ended up just being a very expensive Christmas present to myself. But
Yeah,
it definitely it taught us something. You know, never give away a truck at Christmas ever again. Um,
yeah. I could
but
probably, yeah.
But
I
look,
could believe you on that one.
let's back it up a hair, right? You got Marlon out of New Jersey. Tell us what made you jump into lawn care. How did you start? Did you start like most people, just cutting on
Man,
the side, or
nah.
how did you start?
If I go back to the beginning, like I always did stuff outside for money, like 13, 14 years old. I asked my dad. My dad had this old like Bobcat 36 belt driven, like the one that swings you around, you know what I mean? Like you gotta
Yeah.
manhandle it. And I'm like 14 and he was cutting the grass and he has like the big steel catcher and he was like, I'll show you to cut the grass. And he showed me, I was like, you know, I started doing it on the side for money. I'd cut my neighbors' houses, whatever. When it snowed, I used to go out with a shovel, you know, 10, 13 years old between there. And then he gave me a big snowblower when I was like 13, 14. And he was like, all right, just go walk house to house. I'd knock on doors, started selling that, and I was like, man, I could make some money here. And then I tried the college thing. You know, I was building it on the side. I was cutting grass, you know, touching doors, doing it for neighbors. Didn't have a license yet. And I was like, all right, well, it's good, but I didn't see the future, the potential in it. And I come from a family of landscapers. Like my uncle
Well, I mean, you're
Fabricio has a
Hispanic, so I mean
huge
that's
construction company
in his
in
blood.
Warren. Yeah, it's in my blood. And then my
We
other
just got
uncle owns
canceled.
another law company too in Middlesex County, and they always were, you know, they had money. They always had money, and I'm over here like broke. When I finally got my license, I was driving like this little Honda around. That it broke. I remember the day I decided I never wanted to be broke again. My Honda. I was driving a Pep Boys, right? Like I said, I was going to school to be a mechanic. I was driving a Pep Boys. I still cut grass on the side, and my car broke. Like the knuckle on the back split the hub out, and I was like flat on the side of the highway
Oh shit.
and I didn't have any money to fix it. And I was like, man, this is miserable. I have no money. I'm going to school for something I don't even want to do. Then I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going full throttle with lawn care. My dad gave me his pickup truck to borrow for a couple weeks. It was like this old 90s Tacoma. And I would shoveling mulch out of the back of it, selling jobs. I put my little 22-inch push mower in the back of it. I had like this little curved weed whacker, and I had an electric
Curve
blower that I had
shaft.
to plug in to each client's house with like
Oh,
100
another
feet of
electric.
cord. And you know, I just did that. I hustled. I would hire
Well,
my friends out
Malik
of
had
high
a
school.
broom. He had a corded. What is it? A corded trimmer or corded blower?
It
A
was
corded blower.
A corded blower or
Yeah,
a broom? Which one are you taking here? You got damned if you do, damned if you don't on this
Either
one.
way, you're
yeah,
screwed.
You'll
I'm
have to
taking the
ask the
corded
crowd.
blower.
Would you rather have a broom or would you rather have a corded blower on this one?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll take the broom at this point from
Now
experience.
this
The
is
thing that
what? This is 18.
I was 17, 18. You know, I
Now
was
Wow.
driving my
you're full
dad's
time.
Tacoma, and then I was working part time and building the business part time. And it got to the point where I was just like, all right, I got like 10 clients, 15 clients, but they were like bi-weeklies with a push mower. And I had partnered up with one of my neighbors who bought this huge landscaping company, and he didn't speak any English.
Oh.
So I was like, all right, I'll be the face of your company. I'll build it with you. We'll be partners. And, you know, you have all the equipment. I'll get the clients.
Now,
It
how
didn't
did
work
that work
out.
out? Because partnerships can be a little weird.
It didn't.
Yeah, we'll tell you
It
about that
didn't get-
later.
I don't think it lasted maybe a month.
Yeah.
He got mad because I was giving people my number instead of his
So
number.
you were kind of like,
He didn't speak any English. How are they going to call him?
Yeah,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna give him your number.
Like,
You call
well,
him.
for-
I'm gonna give him
English,
your number.
press
You can't
one.
talk to the guy. Hola, ¿cómo estás, man? Like, no, it's not gonna work. So we parted ways, but I already had 15, 20 clients,
Yeah.
and I didn't have his equipment anymore. So I called my uncle and I was like, I don't really know what to do. Like, I have clients, I can go start building this, I can start making some serious money, but I have no equipment. He was like, all right, well, I'll sell you a little trailer, a little 4x8 trailer, and it was a flatbed wooden trailer, single axle, piece of shit. It was like $400. And at this point, I had a Subaru. Like, I sold my Honda. I had a Subaru Impreza. My dad took his truck back. I used it for projects, but for cutting grass, I was using this. And I had my two little 21 push mowers on there. And I had the electric shaft and the blower. My mom bought me the blower. And from there, I just ball was rolling, man. I just kept reinvesting the money and reinvesting the money. I
how you do
financed
it.
the Stag, 48-inch hydro walk behind. I financed with the blower and a weed whacker, and then from there hired my friends. Started growing, sold the trailer, flipped the trailer, sold the car, got a truck, started getting into snow.
Now,
Started
at what point and how old were you when you're like, damn, bro, like I'm making some
We're
money?
doing it.
Like, what point were you like, I got money?
When I
I got
sold my
motion, twin.
Subaru,
Like,
I bought a pickup truck. And when I
Yeah.
bought the pickup truck, it came with a plow. And when I got the plow, when the snow money hit,
Yeah.
it was wrap.
He's like, I need to get like a foreign bank account. Where do I
Yeah.
go for this?
When the snow money hit, that's what skyrocketed me, because then it was a huge snowstorm, I made a bunch of money off of the snow, took all that cash, bought all new equipment, a new truck, a new trailer, and then from then on, I was just rolling with the punches.
So are you guys? What is your guys' snow situation there? I mean, is it pretty consistent? Can you count on it? Like here, it's hit or miss.
You can't count on it.
He's
It's
probably
just
a
extra
year
money.
better than what Maryland gets, and it ain't
Yeah,
been
no, we
much the
don't.
last couple
Where
years.
we're located, because Central Jersey, you have the mountains, right? Poconos or whatever it is. Like the way it comes, anything that comes from Central United States, like any storm that comes up, because of those mountains and where we are, it gets either pushed up or pushed down, no
Yeah.
matter what. So any storm we get hit with has to come from like the south. It has to come up the coast. And when it comes that way, we know we're getting slapped because it has to pass over us or it gets pushed out to shore. Like the one we just missed, that's supposed to be coming like this Sunday, tomorrow. Huge storm, 20 inches of snow, it's all going to the ocean.
Yeah.
And that's how it usually is. Like, we never counted on snow. It's if it comes, great. If it doesn't,
Yeah.
we build that
It's
nest
hard
egg.
to
every
like get
single-
those accounts. Like,
Yeah,
snow
that's the same with us.
invest money
Yeah.
into snow when you don't get a whole lot of it. That's why I kind of sold all my
Yeah.
stuff years ago.
Yeah,
So
but
we
I kinda,
do
like,
some like
learned
annual
my
accounts
lesson.
too, to where we just roll with it, whether it snows or not. So that kind of helps.
Yeah.
Now to
What
get
I
back
used to do
into
is I
this
used
year,
to have
Marlon, like
contacts.
you're jumping with what?
Yeah.
Two trucks this year for your mowing accounts?
Well,
You got a side
for-
or a skid steer also, right?
yeah, I just picked that up. I'm telling you, the outdoor power spot that's right by my house in town, he has everything. He has every machine you can think of.
What's
I got
the
my
name of that guy?
aerators. Teddy, he owns Ford's Outdoor Power.
All right, so
Ford's.
Ford's Outdoor Power. This is an official marketing. So
Yeah.
now they owe us $249.
Since I was a young buck, I've been with him for, at this point, like 6 years. I got my first Laser Z off of him, 60-inch Laser Z.
you
I got
keep
my
that
first
out there?
stars. I keep getting all my Vertexes are from there. All my Billy Goat stuff, like my vacuum, my stand-on blower, my skid steer, everything that I get. Blowers, weed whack, I get everything. I just
How
text him.
many
Like,
accounts? How many weekly accounts you going into the year with?
I'm gonna try and downsize, but we do 170 a week. Yeah, we do like 40 to 50 houses a day, 3 to 4 days a week, depending on weather.
Yeah.
Everybody's weekly. We don't do bi-weeklies. And
Do you hear
then-
that, Ken? That's what we're going to be doing. Are you going to be able to do that stuff this year?
Question for you: Are you billing each time you service, or are you billing once a
Nah,
month?
I bill once a month because I want that lump sum. Because like
There
I'll
we go.
sit. I used to bill
Successful
every single week.
landscaper. Sounds like.
Yeah,
So that
You-
means you
you
got to
used to
have
bill
a
every
decent
single
amount of
week.
money in your payroll account and in your
yeah.
Work
You
account.
gotta
yeah.
have a bankroll.
Now, have you tried to do collect per job before?
Yes, and it's a pain in the ass because
Yes.
you
Now,
can
are
have a car
you
on
using a
file.
CRM?
you have to use the card on file, obviously, and then on top of that, if like say it's August, right, and it's dry, and I come by and cut on a Monday, and it's dry, and I come back and cut again on a Monday, and they're like, you weren't even here or whatever, they start giving you issues.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I've been switching to flat rate. It's let's say $200 a month. I come as many times as you need me to come. We'll clean your leaves. We'll do your gutters. We'll spray your weeds. We'll do everything we need to do. You pay me for 12 months, and don't worry about your
Oh,
property.
wow. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'll show up when I need to show up. I'll make sure your property looks good. And if you have any issues, they
Now,
have
are
myself.
you using with that many people? You're probably not pencil and paper, right? Are you using a
Nah,
CRM?
I use Excel actually.
Just
Um,
Excel.
Excel sheet, everybody's names, 1 through 30, and then like it's a
That's
super
exactly how we used to
simple.
roll it.
Yeah.
Well, we
And then when
legally have
I
to
have
tell
it
you to
so
try Lawn Buddy, and they have a free version, so you have to give it a
yeah.
try.
The only thing with that is for my cash clients or when it rains, like that, the system doesn't work for me because how I set it up, I wish mine was an app because it's so easy. You put in everybody's addresses, you put 1 through 30 on the top, you make it add up, and then when you hit somebody's house, 35 right in that box, and at the top of it'll say how many houses you hit and how much money you made.
Yeah.
You put in your expenses at the same time. You color it green when they're paid, you color it orange when they're pending, and you color it red when they're behind schedule, and you know who owes you money and who doesn't owe you money.
There's just a
So
lot of time that you're putting into that you trade out when you grab that
it's
CRM and
actually
stuff too.
no, it's actually super quick. I made everything add up. I wish I could share with you
Now,
guys.
does
Like
your wife work, or does she just work for you, or how does that work?
she works for me. Like she's kind of like receptionist,
Okay.
more or less. You know what I mean? She's on the books.
It's
Well,
my wife.
she's
It's the
working-
same way.
she's working-
Now you got to put her on the books, because if you put her on the books, then she'll be, eligible for SSI one day if you just keep her under the table. So there's a lot of benefits to having your wife actually on the books per se, because some people, they have their wives work. Like my dad did construction forever, and at one point he went out on his own and was like, look, your mom's technically always worked under the table, like whether she's cleaning houses or doing hair or stuff like that. But he's like, if I put her on for the next however many years, now she'll get SSI. So it's like he put her on the books, which really helped. So that's something that you're doing that's smart. If she's on the books, it's going to help you out one day.
Yeah, she's on the books, and then like all the money that she gets is like what we do to keep the house going. So it's
Yeah.
like one,
Yeah.
I can pay her, and then she pays for all of the things in the house, like food and groceries, diapers, all these things,
Nice.
and it comes out of the company money, which works for me.
And you just had your third?
Yeah,
Second.
yeah,
Third?
third, yep,
Oh,
All
Number
girls?
three, all girls.
So
wow.
Yeah, man.
good luck, man, because my daughter is 10 going on 27. And my son just turned 18, and he was pretty much a breeze until recently. Now it's like, it's getting interesting. But the first 18 were good. My daughter, it's like the first 10 with her is like, it's like basically having a rabid bobcat in the house who thinks you're rich, and you have to somehow like maintain order. And it's
I believe you, man. My kid gets whatever she wants, so I'm sure I'm spoiling it.
good luck. Now the good thing is I'm building her so impossible to please in life that I can't imagine a guy ever really being able to afford her or take her away from me. So she's probably just
Yeah,
gonna live in the
100%.
cabin. We'll move her to the mini cabin.
Yeah, Ken's fixing to buy her a pony, so that's just going to elevate all that.
Yeah,
So-
that was the main thing. Like she went
My
from
wife wants us to go out there so bad, man.
Yeah,
No,
you
we
guys
were
are coming out
talking-
here. We're gonna force you guys to
well,
do
that's
that.
the thing. We thought, hey, if we put him on the podcast, we can force him in the spot.
Yeah, you got to make a decision on
You
air
have to
tonight.
book it now. It's now or
You know what's
never.
crazy is like we're stuck. We don't know if we want to do Florida because it work year round. You know what I
Florida.
mean?
Hey, we got an
Or-
Airbnb down there too.
Or we do.
They do actually.
I do.
I just want to get out of Jersey.
Way
man.
down in the
So-
Keys, dude. Maryland is like crumbling as we speak with taxes and laws and riots, and it's like I just can't do it anymore. I turned 40 in a couple months. I was like, I've seen everything, I've done everything. I can't do it anymore. My son graduated, so I'm not
he
tied
loves it
down to
here.
his baby mama anymore. So it's like, look, we're going. My wife wanted to wait till my daughter graduates high school. I was like, look, I can't go out there and weed whack at 50. At 40, I can just get Trevor to do it. So I was like, now or never. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
big
yeah,
thing because
yeah.
I'll be mowing most of the time, and he'll be our weed whacker.
I
so
just had
How
to
many
promise him a
accounts do you
horse.
have?
So
So we've got, our accounts and stuff like that. We've got probably anywhere from 7 to 100, depends on how you look at it. I mean, we've got a couple accounts that are like 5 to 7 acres. So I mean, it's like when you say, okay, I got this one account, but like
But how
if
much
you're
you
looking at
charge for
average
5
yards.
acres?
So it just depends on how much weed eating and stuff like that. This one has like one whole side of it is the river with rocks. It's got probably
Jesus.
every bit of 100 trees on it.
Oh my God.
So it gets
shoot
pretty
myself.
expensive there, but it's
And
a
my
business
contract's
and
no
like a
weed
mansion.
whacking, so
Oh.
But
Yeah, but like, what do you charge for something like that? 5 acres, all weed whacking, $600-700 every service.
man,
$30.
we're over that. We're closer to the 1,000 range for that.
Yeah.
So I
alright,
mean,
like,
but
that's
it
worth
takes
It's
us
like-
it takes us
They
a half a
get- they
day.
get good money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
but
don't
then we do a hospital with 9 houses. We've got a ton of property on the hospital and stuff as well. But I mean, it's all just time, man. How much time you're
Yeah.
there? You know, we try to make somewhere in the range of 150 to 175 an hour. If we've got 2 guys out there, so I mean, we've got bills to pay. But
Yeah, no, I believe you.
We
And
might have a
everything's
famous
so
one
expensive now.
in town, but we're not allowed to talk about it yet because we haven't sent the closer out there to like finalize it. But
we've got big things in the future here that
we
we're
might have an
fixing to
account
get.
that would be pretty
You
cool.
guys are trying to
cut.
convince me to come down. That's what it is. You guys are
Man, you just
whispering
need to-
nothing.
All you got to do is come for a week. That's all. That's what happened with Ken. He was here for 1 week, and we were
Well, I mean,
shopping
it
for
ended
houses.
up working out. Like Trevor came down and instead of flying right to the expo, he flew to
yeah.
Maryland, hung out for a little bit. He helped me drive the truck out there and ruin it almost with his bungeeing and strapping capabilities.
Yeah, that was.
But it's like, I've been wanting to go to the mountains for the last 10 years. I went to Ford Racing Raptor School out in Utah, and I was like, man, like I got to get out here. And I was tied down, and it was
Yeah.
just perfect timing. Trevor came out, we hung out, we talked, we had a crazy expo. And then I was like, look, my son turns 18 here in a couple weeks after the expo. I told him we can go anywhere he wants, like a guy's trip. So he was sliding in his DMs and convincing him to go out there instead of like Puerto Rico. And
Yeah.
we ended up going out there and then I was like, look, my son's like, oh, what are we doing today? I was like, we're going to look at these 2 houses. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, if you agree to go with us, you're 18 now, you can live with your mom, you can do whatever the hell you want. All your buddies are leaving. I hate to tell you this, but the second you graduate, you're only seeing like 10% of those people ever again.
Yeah.
So I was like, all your friends are going to college and they're all going out of state. I said, if you agree to go with us, I'll buy a house out here, and we'll look at a couple this week and I'll go into business with Trevor and, pay him a couple bucks to keep working. And here we
Couple
are.
few.
And he
Yeah.
basically was like, yeah, I'm down, but he didn't believe it. Even when we had the house under contract, he didn't believe it. And I was like, bro, like what more can I do? I just paid $6,000 for a down payment and we got inspectors out there and Trevor's going back to the house every 3 days. I was like, what? And he didn't believe it until we finally closed,
But he loved
Yeah.
it here. He was going out hiking before any of us were out of the house. We were done with our coffee, and he's heading in the woods. So
Yeah, I need to get down there, man. I feel like that's where I belong to, is somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. But
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you
you're-
just need
you're
to-
close
you just-
Jersey, but
you
Maryland.
just
is
need to
just-
load your family up, come down here for a week. We'll take you down, show you the Yellowstone Ranch. Your wife will fall in love.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
pretty-
do with
dude,
Ken.
It's right on the side of the road. Like I was expecting like something so much, and Trevor like
Like, there
literally
it is.
pulls over into the
There it
grass. He's like,
is.
"There it is." I was like, "What the hell?" Like,
yeah.
but it was still cool to see it. The town of Darby, where it's in, is like
Mhm.
Wild Wild West. Like you tie up
Ken
your
spent
horse
some
in the
money
front of
there.
this saloon and the little restaurant. And for me, everywhere you go, it's like Vegas. Everywhere you go, there's a slot machine. You go to the grocery store, you go to the restaurant, you go to the
Gas
bar,
station.
gas station. Everywhere you go, slots. I was like, damn, this is like
That's insane.
I might need counseling. So it's a little.
Yeah,
Well,
the
it's
hard
true.
part would be giving up everything, selling the house, selling the business, selling all my equipment.
I'll tell
That's
you,
the
it's
hard
definitely
part.
not easy, dude. Like we are literally we are taking hardly anything out there. I'm not taking like any furniture. We sold our house from a Facebook group, which is crazy. We have inspection finally next week, but it's different. But I mean, for me, I'm not really like a hoarder, so it's like there's only
Yeah.
like very few things. The older I get too, like I've had Rolexes, I've had 50 cars, I've wasted money on so many material things my whole life that you just wake up one day and you just don't want it anymore. You don't desire it.
Yeah, I can feel that.
It's a
So it's
simpler
like,
life out here too. I mean, that's the thing that everybody loves is you come out here and just the peace and serenity. is
The difference
what's
is
worth every
everybody's
bit.
so nice out there. Like you go to a little local mom and pa, everything's mom and pa unless you go 30 minutes to town. If you go to Missoula, like it's like Bel Air for me. Like there's Home Depot and Target and
Yeah,
Walmart.
there's
and
everything.
there's everything that you would have in your local little big town is out there. We're 30
Right.
minutes from that town at our house anyway. So it's like there's no difference. But if you stay in the valley in the Bitterroots, like every little town has their own little downtown.
A lot of
Everything's mom and
history.
pa. And like everywhere you go, they're truly just happy that you're there. And you know, they hold doors, they say thank you. As long as
Yeah,
they
but
know you're not from
my question would be
California.
like, how's the business though? Like, doesn't everybody there have tractors? Doesn't everybody there mind their own business? Like, is there still landscaping companies like thriving down there where
Tons of
it's
it.
that?
There's not a
Tons
there's
of it,
not
man.
a lot of them out there. So like for Trevor, that's why like we talked and it just made sense. You got to think that ever since like that rush of COVID where rates dropped and now people are selling off
Yeah,
their
we've
family
had a flood
farms
of people.
they're turning a lot of these properties into new neighborhoods. And these neighborhoods around just Corvallis where Trevor's at, dude, they're like it's like you got a trailer and then you got $1.5 million house. And you got a trailer and you got a $3 million house. There's no
And we got
like, rhyme
neighborhoods
or
with a
reason.
bunch of $1 million houses and
Yeah,
stuff
I mean,
too. I mean,
there's
there's a
Yeah.
lot going
a
up.
lot of money out there and people aren't cutting their grass, you know? So
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of the farms and stuff like that too. Then yeah, everybody's got their own tractor, but they're haying and stuff like that. I mean, anytime we can save them some time by just coming and cutting their yard or doing a little landscaping, we've got
Yeah,
plenty of
right.
work.
it's nice.
But
Right,
and
right,
it's
right.
just it's a
what you need to
different
do is
world.
you just
Gotta
need
go
to come
down.
and take a vacation, man. We've got a spot for you. We've
We
got
need you to
plenty of
book this one
everything. Just
air tonight. We figured
come and
we
hang
you know,
out.
we
Don't
could
leave what
pressure
you
you,
have
G.
there, but just come and hang out for a week.
I mean, I FaceTimed you from that cabin. I was like, dude, he's got to
No, I
answer.
know.
But I was like,
I
wait,
Yeah,
know.
I
he
know.
might
We
not
did.
know
That's
this
right. We
number.
talked to you up on
Yeah,
top of the
yeah.
mountain.
I
Yeah,
was, I
he
was
didn't. He
there.
didn't
I was
answer me
basically there.
again, but I had
Yeah.
a different number this time. I was like, "Well, wait a minute. I wouldn't answer a FaceTime if I'm like around my wife anyway." So I was like, maybe he's not. Then I texted him again. I was like, "Dude, it's Ken. New number. Answer your phone."
Well,
Yeah, and
that's the thing.
I didn't
I
know
don't
him
answer
as
random
Marlon.
calls.
I knew him from just Salazar Lawn Care, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
talking to Marlon." I'm like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And then he explained. I was like, "Oh,
Dude,
I know this
Trevor's
guy."
We're all-
his
we're all-
cabin's
we're
a
all
lot
basically
cooler than
close
my mini one. My mini one's only like what is it, 10 by 12?
Yeah, 15 by
The
12, I
crazy thing
think.
is, dude, like if I would have known I was gonna buy that cabin, I would have spent more than like 7 minutes there. I was in that place for 7 minutes and bought it. Trevor's been there, like I think he's sleeping there actually. Like I think they hang out
Low key,
there.
it's my like
He's
side
been there
party
like
house.
10 times. I've been there for 7 minutes and he has
Yeah.
the keys to my house, which is crazy.
But you've seen our cabin, right? I've sent you the link to our
Yeah, you sent me
Airbnb,
the
and
Instagram for it, like the
Yeah.
Airbnb.
His is like real nice. Like it's
Yeah.
mine now. Mine will be real nice and it'll be cool. We'll have a porch, we'll have a fire pit. But it's like 10 by 12. Yours is what? What's yours like 20 by 20 or something?
something like that. Yeah. Yep. And then it's got a bathroom outside and
Yeah.
a little shower and stuff like that. So
Little
that's what's
walk
nice.
and
But
stuff.
it's like just enough off grid to where it's still comfortable, but you still feel like you're
you make
there.
a good chunk of change off of the just say Airbnb.
It's pretty much rented
Always
out all
booked?
summer.
That's
So I
crazy.
mean it's rolling all summer. Somebody's
Yeah, they're
there.
only like 30 minutes from Darby, where that Yellowstone is from his house. And
And we've
what's
got a lot
crazy
of other
about
stuff
his-
going on. I mean, we're right between Yellowstone and Glacier. So, I mean, people can take off from here and go to Glacier Park and then be back in the
if
afternoon.
you walk
so,
out back of that of his cabin, you're like 100 yards away from like what is it, thousands of freaking acres of state
Yeah.
property.
yep, thousands of square miles of Forest Service.
Crazy.
Every animal you could think of. We tried to find bears for Ken and Owen, but we couldn't.
Dude, they knew I had that gat on me, son. They weren't trying to get next.
Gotta keep
to
that thing. Gotta keep that thing.
I had that
on.
Baltimore thing ready for him.
Yeah.
You didn't want that.
Nah,
But no,
that's
you
cool,
gotta,
man.
if you come
I-
out, dude, like it would be life changing for you. It's not even that. It's like I don't know how Jersey is. It's
Jersey's
where
the
you're
worst.
at.
The only thing that's good here is that all the clouds, every house that I have is like quarter acre or less. We do it in like 6 minutes.
The
We're
bread and
running
butter.
around.
That's the ones, man.
Yeah. And then like the mulch yards down the street, the disposal yards down the street, the stone yards down the street, the actual business like Ford's is down the street. Everything is so close. I have no commute.
Now, how is that when
Yeah.
you pull up to a gas station? For some people that don't know, in New Jersey, you're not legally allowed to pump your own gas. So
Yeah, I pump my own.
I thought that's
they
like
don't
a
care.
third-degree felony or something out there.
Ah, they
That's
don't
so
care. I
weird
pump
to
my
me
own.
that people do
I
that.
almost
If
got
you-
arrested.
if you like pull up with a lawnmower or like a 5-gallon gas can, they don't even touch it. They'll just turn it on for you, and you have to pump your own.
That's
Yeah,
so weird.
we left what is that? Atlantic City, and I was pissed. Like this hotel, like some kid shit in the pool, and like the whole reason we went there, we even took the kids with us to this casino, which made us look like great parents. And we basically got mad and left. And I had like no gas, so there's that one station right there. So I get out, I'm pissed off. I grab the pump, and this guy in like a yellow vest is like, "Oh," I was like, "Bro, I don't have time for this crackhead bullshit. Okay, like leave me
No, I
alone."
pump your
And I'm
gas.
telling my wife, I'm like sitting there, I'm like putting my card in. The guy's like, "Dude, put the pump down." And my wife's looking at me like, "Don't go to jail." I'm like, if this joker gets near me, I'm dropping him right now. Like I'm not in the
Nah,
fucking
you
mood.
need they need to activate it.
Yeah, and then the dude comes over. He's like, "Sir, you're not allowed to pump the gas." And I was like, "Bro, what? What is going on?" And my wife looks it up, and she's like, "Yeah, it's actually like you don't pump the gas." I was like, "Oh, okay, hey buddy, what's the problem?" And then I like calmed down. I like sat in the car. I was like, "What do we give?
Yeah,
Do
nah,
we
it's
give
it's
this
a
guy
stupid
something?"
rule.
Like I gave him
I don't wait for
$5.
them because like you'll be at like Quick Check or Wawa waiting for somebody because there's only one attendant and there's like 8 gas pumps and they're all busy. So it's like I'll just get out and pump my own gas at this point. Like I'm not gonna wait.
Yeah,
Time is money.
that was weird
Yeah,
for
that's
me.
weird.
What? I was like, "Do we tip this guy?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Nah,
tip him
you
$5."
don't tip the gas attendants in Jersey. No.
Yeah, we
Most of
gave
them
him
will smoke cigarettes
$5.
right
I
next to
was
the
like, I
pump.
don't know what to do here. Like it was very odd, but we
Why
haven't
is
been
that? What's
Yeah.
the deal with that? Is it just
Dude, I
people
don't
are pumping and running,
know.
or
It's like Democrats, bro. It's New Jersey. I don't know what to tell you.
okay,
It's just the
okay,
Yeah,
enough
I
way.
feel
said.
like
Just
dude,
the way it
Enough
is.
said.
Maryland is like insane. Like the prices of your tags used to be like $90 for a year for a truck, like 180 for 2
Wow,
years. It
really?
literally doubled. It's like $190 per year now to re-register your truck tags, like just
Yeah.
non-commercial, just regular.
Yeah.
Everything has doubled,
Wow.
and it's like sickening. The electric bills are crazy. Everything in Maryland, like when
Yeah.
the Republican governor left, it was a $5 billion surplus, and now we're a $5 billion hole.
Yeah, because all Democrats do is steal the money.
And then did you see in Virginia,
Yikes!
they
Yeah.
You more.
tried to make all these new laws and taxes in Virginia, which is like
Yeah.
crazy, like the second they got in there.
Jersey's the same way. Jersey's the same exact thing. It says they just make new laws and tell you they're going to lower prices, raise it, tax you more. They
Yeah.
raise my property taxes every single year. They're never
Well,
going to
that's
go
the
down.
big thing moving out there. So obviously like I'm leaving a 2.9% rate, which sucked, you know what I mean? But the property taxes out there, the rates are 75% cheaper. So like I'm saving like $500 a month from my property taxes on my house in Maryland to the property taxes on the cabin out there. Then you have no sales tax, which is dangerous if you're a spender, you know, so that's kind of
Yeah.
cool. And
Yeah,
just
and it's one of the
their
most conservative states, and we're in the most conservative county in the whole state.
and their
So I
state
mean,
income tax, what they charge is much different too. So it's like,
Yeah.
you
yeah,
know, whole different world tax wise. And the town I'm in Falston, like you've seen it, it's pretty rural. Everybody has land, everybody's got a couple acres, and it's basically not populated in my opinion. And we have about 12,000 people, give or take, in my city of Falston. In Stevensville, which we bought the house in, there's like 2,000 people. So it's like, and like, I think I'm already like country. So it's like, we're really going like
yeah, we
super country.
barely broke 1 million in the whole state. It's one of the biggest states in the United States, so
Yeah.
not a lot of people here.
So
Yeah. No,
it's
where
nice.
I'm at,
gonna be
it's mad
different.
people. My high school graduating class was like 1,000 people. I was looking crazy. I was just looking at my yearbook because my mom gave it to me the other
Oh
day.
shit!
And I was looking through it and I was like, I don't know anybody.
You
I
had
know like 6
1,000
people.
people.
1,000
Bro,
people.
I went to a grade school with 40 people, kindergarten through 8th.
That's
Bro,
insane.
I
40
started that.
people.
My graduating class was 300.
My town
Wow.
has like 4 elementary schools because it's so big, and then 4 middle schools, and then 1 high school where all of those schools send their kids. So the graduating class for each class is like anywhere between 800 to 1,000 people.
Now, was
Wow.
your wife local? Did you meet her locally and everything?
And next town over. Yeah, next town over. She used to bartend where I worked.
Nice.
So I bartended there. I left. She took basically my position, and then I would still go in for like happy hour. And then I was like, hey, yo. And
How long have you guys been married?
we've been married. When did we get married? 22. So 4 years now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, are you guys shutting down the baby factory now after
Yeah,
3?
buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, we're one and done, man. That was enough for us.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the old snip. You know what I mean?
I don't
Yeah.
think
Count me
my
out.
brother got it. I don't think I can get it, man.
Count me out. We don't want no oopsies. I'm trying to
Can't do it.
Relax. Yeah.
Yeah, we're about there. The same thing, man. We're just, and you know, if my wife woke up tomorrow and was like, "Yeah, I want another one," and we'd make something happen, but it's up to her ultimately, and she's
Well,
done.
Marlon, I
so.
gotta tell you, buddy, like, and I tell this to everybody, like, you got to get to the expo, man. If you can just fly
You do,
in,
man.
Trevor-
You'd have so much fun.
like Trevor, this
Yeah.
was his first time ever. I walked Trevor in. We drive there together. He's like my right hand man. He's handing out tickets, so he got like the full blown experience. And I was like, dude, this is a job. We stand behind this table.
I was
You're
just
not
gonna
allowed
say
to
I
get a
did not.
bathroom
I got
break.
the full blown
You
worker
don't get a lunch break.
experience.
You're not allowed to eat. And every time I turn around, somebody'd be bringing up something. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'd
Why
have
are
to
you
sneak
why
away
are
for
you
food.
eating?
Yeah.
I'd come back to
No,
just
I
a
want to go. I want to
scowl.
go. It's just been hard because like
Dude,
every
you
single
gotta
year we
go,
had another
man.
kid. So like the
Yeah.
last 4 years, it's just been kid after kid
I
after
would
kid.
say like if you just like literally like drove Wednesday through the night, went there to Wednesday, and Thursday's the main day. Even if you only show up to Thursday, like
When is it? November?
no,
September?
it's October,
October.
like third week or so of October. But if you
Just
just
go
went
around West
Thursday,
Virginia.
Yeah.
it's amazing, man. This year,
Yeah.
I
Well,
think we're
I'll
giving
fly out
away.
if anything.
We gave away the 5.0 Ranger, which was literally a badass.
See, why
little
couldn't
thing.
you give me that one? I would have kept it. I would have kept it if you gave
It
me
was
that
a
one.
badass.
That one
rig,
was
but this
nice,
year,
actually,
people are
man.
Doing,
That the K truck too. I would have kept that one.
dude, that one was
Yeah.
mint.
I
That
want a
thing
mini truck
was
so bad.
mint. And
Yeah, the
this
mini
year
truck
we're
was
probably
sick.
gonna have like at least 2 of these vintage dirt bikes. They're made out of Utah. They're like metal gas tanks. They look like an old Harley dirt bike.
They look like
Yeah.
an old Evil Knievel
We're
jump
probably
bike.
gonna have like 2 of those tricked out, customized, and then we might do a third, and we'll keep that to the side for like the Facebook group, and we'll do like a little Christmas giveaway. So it's like if you weren't able to go to the expo, or if you didn't win at the expo, you'll have another chance to win the third dirt bike. So that's the goal, is to buy 3
Yeah,
of
yeah.
these and trick them out. But it's
But
a
just
lot of
come
fun,
next
man.
year, and Ken will take you to Ruth Chris. We'll go get a
Yeah,
steak
we
and
ate 1 meal a day and just got a steak every night. That was amazing.
Steak every night. Meat
Yeah.
sweats. Wake
yeah.
up the next day regretting it, and then go back.
We
Yeah.
didn't sleep that much either.
Yeah,
If I
not a
feel
lot of
like,
sleep, yeah.
yeah, it was crazy. It was a wild week.
But it was
Yeah, it's a
it's
good time.
definitely worth it. We tell everybody, you get to hang out, you know, you get to get off those X marks, try some real machines out there, some suspension.
You're bugging because
Yeah, I'm trying
I
Well,
don't know what you're
I had a
smoking.
Laser Z,
I don't
and,
know.
you
I
know,
don't know what you're smoking, dude. But the X marks, they're bulletproof.
I mean, it's not bad. If you're just starting out, X mark's not bad. You know what I mean?
I
For
don't
sure.
know. I think you might. I think you might be sponsored. I think this might be some sponsored content.
No affiliation whatsoever.
No affiliation with any other.
Just because I'm their
no
main
affiliation.
brand ambassador does not mean I work for them.
Yeah,
But,
sorry, my dogs are going crazy. I don't know if you can hear them. My dogs are going nuts.
It's definitely it's definitely a different world. Like, no, X mark's good stuff. I had a Laser Z back in the day. You know, I bought the E series, so it was my fault. I bought the cheaper one and expect to
Yeah, I
have
had
the
one of
best. So it's a little underpowered, but it cut great. X mark's definitely, you know, in that like core 4 or core 5 of brands. But the main difference is it's like if you get on a stand on or you get on a sit down and you try the suspension, it's like getting in that truck I gave you and getting in a brand new one. There's no comparison.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what
I
mean?
get it. If you were cutting acreage, I'm sure
Yeah,
it's
that's
different.
what it's
you
at.
know? Sitting down with a suspension is really nice because I
And do
had
you
the
do-
X Mark Laser
Do you do
E. I know what you're
stand-ons
talking about.
ever?
I only run Vertex stand-ons.
Dude.
Okay,
we
yeah,
got-
yeah.
So that's the thing. See,
Yeah.
this is where it's fun.
'Cause
You're
if you have
obviously-
acreage, I had a sit-down 60 with
What
no
are you running
suspension.
though?
It's
What
uncomfortable.
size
You're
deck?
just like a
What
fucking
size
horse.
deck are you running?
A 60, a 48. I had a 44, sold it, and I have a 36.
So if he got on a 60 or he got on a 52 is the smallest I think you can get on the Z3. There's no going back. And
No, yeah, if you want to be comfy, cozy, and warm and
It's-
toasty, and put your beer in the holder and go put your headphones on and cut for 45 minutes or 4 hours, sure. If you want your butt not to be
See,
sore,
this is when it's fun. Trevor,
Whatever, if you're a
when
little
you get
bitch,
people
sure,
that don't
yeah,
think
of
they're a big
course.
deal and you put them on a
No.
52-inch Z3, then it's like, damn, okay, I've been doing this wrong the whole time.
Brother,
Yeah, so
we
I
hop
do-
on. We gotta hop on and hop off quick. We pull out. We're on the standers. We're blowing at the same time. We use it with the leaf plow. We use it with the dethatcher. We use it with the
Yeah.
mulch buckets. We use it for everything. And each house is a quarter acre. We're done
Now,
in
what are
5,
you
10 minutes.
using for handhelds?
What do you mean, like blowers, weed whackers?
Yeah, blowers, trimmers.
Blowers, Red Max, because Echo sucks.
Ugh, wow.
Ooh.
Can you beep
And
that
Weed
out?
Whackers, Echoes, and Red Max.
Lost another sponsor.
Hold on, we lost it. Still
Oh, sorry.
the
Sorry.
sponsor's
Oh,
gone.
all right, I'll take it back. Echo makes a superior Weed Whacker. Echo makes the
You
best
don't
Weed
like a
Whacker.
90-10?
The 9010 is it's not very good, but
How?
The Red Max 8050s, 8550s, those are
Now, is this
top
just
tier.
because you're Trevor size, so both of you guys don't like these bigger boy heavy blowers?
I'll rock the big boy. Don't
Yeah.
mind me. I'll rock the big boy. It's just the 9010 on the cold start. It'll drive me crazy. It never starts. It never
Yeah.
starts. You'll
I
be
guess
there
I've been lucky.
yanking
I
it.
put that clean gas in it. I don't really have any
No,
the
no, no.
nitrous.
That Maryland gas ain't clean, bro.
I got enough stable to put in stuff for like the next 4 years. You know what I mean?
I was running the 9010s. I bought 2 of them. I blew both of them up. Both
Whoa.
of them. Yeah.
Can you beep that out again?
They replaced the engine. Teddy, I brought
Trying to get one for the
Teddy
spring
engine.
giveaway.
Yeah, no, I brought Teddy one, right? I bought 2. I blew the first one up. I brought it back to him. He replaced the engine. Then I blew the second one up, and I was like, "It's the Echoes."
Dang.
The
Must be something like
2620T,
Northeast
though, that's
Coast
my baby.
air.
That's my favorite trimmer right now.
The Weed Whackers
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, the trimmers are where it's at. I love those 2620Ts.
Yeah, you can't break them. Like,
Now, look, we always like to
No.
ask people, you know, what piece of advice, if you got a guy that's cutting part-time, like you said you were doing, and you know, you're whatever, you're bartending, you're working, you're whatever is your full gig. But this guy is literally, he's got some dollars in the bank. He's got some real equipment, not that Exmark stuff. You know, he's got real stuff sitting in the garage. Like, what piece of advice would you give him if he was going to start? And also, what little piece of advice would you use to coerce him out there? Like let's push this guy out there. What does he need, Marlon?
if it was all right, if it's somebody starting out, I guess it's start part time. Like, always
Mhm.
start part time. Have a full time job and build this business part time until you get 20, 30 clients, 40 clients where you can be like, all right, I can quit. If you're making the same amount of money part time that you're making on your full time job, you can quit your full time and go full time with landscaping. That's number one. Never try and start full time with no clients and invest all this money into equipment and I'm going to make
Yeah.
money. I'm going to cut grass. I have trailers and no clients and nobody wants to hire you. And you're shit out of luck. So build it part time. And then the other thing is, you got to know your numbers. You have to know what to charge to
Yes.
make money. You need to know how much you're paying per day in equipment, gas, insurance, labor.
All right, but all that stuff's boring. I need your Ray Lewis, okay? I need you to
Yeah, that
look,
number's
I'm
one. That's the
kidding.
number one
I'm
thing, bud.
kidding. I'm basically I got the stuff. I got some clients. I got money in the bank. I need you to Ray Lewis speech me into going out there.
Brother, you gotta have balls, dude. You can't be.
all right.
You gotta have balls. You gotta go into this thinking there's no way out. There's no plan B. There's no, if
Yes.
this falls, I'm gonna go work
Yes.
for my daddy. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna get a
Second
job.
you say that, you're done.
You can't go into that with this mentality. You gotta go in like, I'm doing this. I'm selling. You gotta know how to sell.
No
You gotta know
plan
how to
B.
hustle. You gotta know how to knock
Yep.
doors. If you're doing a cleanup next door, then you go knock on the 5 houses in front of you. You gotta move because no one's gonna do it for you. No one's gonna give you anything. No one's gonna hand it to you. You gotta hustle.
100%. Let's
Yeah.
go. That's it, man.
Daddy's money is so easy, though. You know.
The money's on the ground, dude.
It's
money's
laying
on the
around
ground. You just gotta
everywhere. I
pick it
say
up.
that all the time.
You just gotta
You just
pick up
don't see
leaves
it.
of
Yeah.
money. Bro, our
Yeah.
leaf cleanups, we're making like $200 an hour on leaf cleanups, cutting
Yeah.
good money. Mulch, we're making thousands of dollars on simple jobs. Like, snow money is amazing. You just gotta invest the right money and invest your money. Don't
Yeah,
buy
he
stupid
talks me
shit.
into going out to Montana. I've had more snow in Maryland this year. Doesn't even make sense.
Can you believe that?
Drop the plow.
I've
He hasn't
told
dropped the
you,
plow.
Marlon, we have got nothing still. Like, it was
Every time I'm
55
out
degrees
plowing,
out.
every time I'm out plowing, Trev's texting me like, "Oh yeah, nah, it's like 50 here. We got no
Bro,
snow."
people, every time they hear I'm
Yep.
moving to Montana, they're like, "Oh yeah, it's crazy out there." It's like, no, my guy's in a t-shirt today. Like, he hasn't
Yeah,
dropped
we
the
were
plow.
blowing bubbles in the backyard in t-shirts today, man. Sunny. I miss plowing. I hope I
we
even
still
get
got
to do it this
snow
year.
on the ground. Nothing's melted. It's been 0 degrees every
Now I'll
single
tell
day.
you what else,
Man,
Marlon.
I'm
We also
jealous.
like to find out, right? So people can get turned on to other stuff. Now, when I think when we met, I don't feel like you were real big online at all. Like, you really didn't watch a lot of guys. You weren't into the lawn
Told you,
talk,
man.
lawn
You
care.
gotta
Now,
hustle.
right now,
He's business. That's
who's
it.
a couple guys that you would recommend if somebody else is listening to this million view podcasts for the first time. Drop them a couple names of people they should follow.
People I should follow, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I don't follow anybody. I
Hey,
don't.
Trevor, not even
I
Trevor?
know there's a lot of
Strike Life
famous people
Montana?
out there. I know there's a lot of famous people on Instagram and socials and all that, and like everyone's doing their thing. I don't really follow anyone. You know what I mean? I'm friends with you. Don't get me wrong. You're cool. Your
That's why
business
you're on
is
the
awesome.
show.
The community is cool. Like the Stripe Life community on Facebook is awesome because like everyone's friendly and trying to build that, knowledge
And you
base.
win
Where when I
trucks.
started, yeah, when I started, bro, no one helped me. There was no community. There was
Yeah.
nothing to show me how to edge or show me how to change your oil on a machine or how to do maintenance checks on a carburetor. Like that wasn't a thing. So like now that I'm experienced, I try to go on there and I'll tell people, listen, man, did you check your carb? Did you do this? Did you, whatever, fuel filter, all this
Nice.
stuff. So you, most of all, you're probably the number one person that I recommend. And if they're listening to this, they obviously follow
Hey,
you.
there we
Me.
go.
The
He's
other one
talking,
I
Ken, not you.
Yeah, I told you it was going to be a good one.
and the other one, I don't know the guy, but I see his stuff all the time. Keith Kalfas.
Okay, yeah.
Really
There's
walking
Keith
through
again.
that
Keith
journey.
had the guy we had on last, Malik. Like Keith was like the main guy that like pushed him out the door.
I saw him, I saw his stuff, and like I'll go through it, and the way he grew is kind of like my story. Like he started with a pickup truck and
Yeah, I feel
selling
like this
jobs
is behind the Keith Kalfas.
know.
You know what I mean? We're gonna
Yeah.
start charging Keith.
behind the Keith.
Shout-outs. Can we beat
Keith.
this
Nah, he's
out?
cool. I like his videos,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
uh,
low
other
key, I
than
think we
that,
had him in
following-
tears in the last podcast.
I mean,
So-
Malik was like basically like, dude, like I said, hey, same thing. Like, who's a couple people that you follow? Did anybody help you get out the door? And he was like, dude, Keith Kalfas. And I like Keith. Keith seems like a positive guy. He's not like,
He's
you
very
know,
Yeah, we're-
humble, and I'm
we're
pretty sure
friends
he
now.
puts like God above everything. I always see him be, he's super one to be grateful, and he's very humble. So that's
Yeah.
what I respect a lot about him.
he's
Yeah,
a
one of the
hustler
things that
too,
he told me
with
that it
all
was
pre-work,
pretty
everything.
cool was he was saying that he feels so guilty right now because he's gotten so big and he's still like he feels bad. He's not like the little guy still, and he doesn't want the little guys looking at him like he's a big dude. So it's kind of
Yeah.
cool,
That's like we had
pretty
so
humble.
much fun at that expo because I told Trevor I'm not gonna drop names, but like same thing. Like doesn't matter if you have hundreds of thousands of followers or 1,000. I fangirl the same way. I talk to people online and I go out there and I go up to shake a guy's hand. He doesn't even shake my fucking hand. And I'm like, what the, all right, we'll cross you off the list of people that I like. And that's
Yeah.
why for me, like you get some guys that they're getting paid $3,000 to $5,000 to be inside of a booth for like 30 minutes. And they have one little appearance. They might shake your hand during that appearance. But the second that's off, if you're walking around, hell, they might fist bump you if you're lucky. But it's over. Their act is over, and
Yeah.
their whole show and act is over. For me, and Trevor got to witness this firsthand. We
It was
stand
fun.
behind a table and we dedicate all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, no bathroom breaks. We're shaking hands. We're shooting
Our
shit.
voices are gone.
Yeah.
They were
Dude, it's
gone
like,
after
for
the
me,
first day.
I've seen the
That's the
videos
best
of you guys
part.
having like a table surrounded and like it's
Well, that's the
definitely
best
couldn't
part.
believe
Like,
it.
the funny
Marlon,
thing
it
is,
was
like,
nuts.
we had a guy came up to me and was like, dude, like, my son's like 14. He follows everything you do. You're such a great role model. And I was like, dude, that's like the coolest thing in the world because my dad tells me I whine too much. I complain. I talk about life. Our channel is not
I think
just
I do
that's
that
why
too.
we've got
Yeah.
Brandon doing the great content. I do memes, I do motivational stuff, but if anything, I just whine about normal daily life. And
Dude, that's all I do. I don't really have a following. Like I have, I don't know, 400 followers, but I like narrate my day.
That's
like,
all
I
Oh,
what
yeah.
love that though, man.
happens.
I love vlogging on
Like-
and seeing you talking about what's going on in your
I just
day, and
rant,
even just
dude. I've been
griping about the day, man. Because it's like,
I'll
look
do-
at this.
I'll
This
do
dude's
a
going
lot
through
of
the
rant.
same thing I am.
Yeah.
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 But I keep it real, you know what I mean? A lot of people, like the 400 people that do follow me, all like interact with me, and they're like, "Man, this is crazy." Like I'll go through a story of like clients or a job or how I fucked up or what I learned, and it works. I'm
Look,
not famous.
I tell Trevor, I'm like, these people come up to you, the dad tells me this about his kid. People follow us, they take pictures with us, and what's funny is they think that they're lucky to get a minute with I'm a nobody, and to me, that's the coolest
They're
thing.
making
is
our day.
I'm the
Yeah.
luckiest guy to be meeting these people and to get Trevor involved and to get Brandon from Canada involved and all these other guys. It's like that's the cool thing. Meeting everybody else, we're all the same. Once you get to the point doesn't matter if you've got 1 million followers, doesn't matter if you're making hundreds of thousands in the marketing game. Once you think that I'm better than Marlon or I'm better than Trevor or if I'm better than Malik, that's when it's gone and there's no going back.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
too
nah,
often
and
these
that's the
guys
cool
get big
part.
heads and it's a different world. You know, it doesn't matter how many followers you have or how many sponsorships you have. We're all the same doing the same stuff, you know?
Yeah, I think it's super humbling, especially landscaping. Like when you price a job wrong and you got to finish it, and you know you fucked up, but you got to make sure the client's happy, and you got to suck it up. It's 100
Mhm.
Dude,
degrees. You
speaking of
priced it
like
for half the
speaking
price
of
you should have
that,
priced it, and
when
Try
it's
I
not to get
bullshit, man.
irritated.
Yeah,
when I
yeah, and
first tried
the
to really
respect.
start doing landscaping jobs, my buddy Jose, who's Hispanic, obviously, I was like, dude, I'm doing this landscape job. I'm just picking weeds. They won't let me spray them. They won't let me do anything. It's like this $1.5 million house. I'm going to be picking weeds all day. And I was like, let me get one of your guys. And he's like, oh, you sure you don't want 3? I was like, bro, no, just give me one. Again, I'm greedy. I'm only going to pay one of these Hispanic guys. I'm going to pocket all the money for myself. It can't be that hard. It was like 98 degrees. There's
Oh,
a reason that they call them spring and fall cleanups, not middle of the summer cleanups, because it will kill you. And
yeah,
I took one of the guys. We were there for like 4 or 5 hours. I couldn't feel my legs anymore. Okay. Like
yeah.
I was done. I called him up. I was like, Jose, I need like 2 or 3 guys. Like I'm an hour away from finishing. I was like, if you whatever I was gonna pay you before, I'll double it. Just please get me out of this guy's yard. And he's like, I told you, you should have used
Yeah,
all my
dude.
guys.
And
Dude,
it keeps you humble, man. We're all doing the
Yeah.
same thing. We're all doing mulch. We're all doing
and I'll
cleanups.
tell
We're
you,
all
like,
buying machines.
Yeah.
those Hispanic guys, like the one runs his crew, so he drives and everything, and he speaks pretty good English. And he came out, he's like, you cut and stripe very good. He's like, you're not a good landscaper at all. And I was like, no,
Which is, two completely different
Yeah.
oh my
ballparks. You
God.
could
Yep.
It's
cut, you could mow
total
and blow.
just something as
Any,
stupid. Like some people act like, oh, this is not a skilled position. Oh, what do you got? Your GED? It's like, bro, you go pick who cares? I mean, obviously we're making a bunch of money to go pick these weeds at this mansion, but go pick weeds. Something that's dumb is picking weeds all day. It's a
yeah.
total body P90X just killer.
Bro,
You know,
moving mulch? No,
and then
shoveling mulch?
you add the
Yeah.
heat in there, you know,
Nah.
it's a different world, but I have so much respect for like that Hispanic community because it is like these guys, like he had
Thank
this
you.
crew
Thank you.
come.
Thank you.
He
Appreciate
bro,
that.
he had this crew come out, literally saved my life. I think my inner thighs were chafed so bad it was like 80 grit sandpaper. I'm dying, and they come help me. They're laughing. They
Yeah.
get it done in like an hour. And I was like, "What are you guys doing?" Like I'm literally like crying, crawling, getting ready to go home. I was like, "Are you guys done?" And he's like, "No, dude, we have like 2 more jobs we got to go do." I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
Bro, if we're
dude.
pumping up the
The hustle
Hispanic
is
community,
crazy.
I mean, I lived in Dallas, Fort Worth. I moved down there when I was 19 years old and I went into construction. I learned how to work from these guys. Like, no
Yeah.
bitching, no moaning, singing, having a great time, 9-10 hour days. The boss calls and says, we're going to pull an all-nighter. I'll send some pizzas. Like every white dude in that warehouse is bitching and moaning and hating life.
Yeah.
These guys are like high-fiving and going to work. Their wives are pulling up in the parking lot with like a trunk full of fucking food. And we're going all night. And it's like, they're the
It's
coolest,
two
man.
different.
It was
It's two
amazing.
different. I don't know if it's like culture wise, but like I agree. Like I grew up. I'm Spanish. I grew up Hispanic. I grew up with Spanish people. I grew up with Spanish workers. I grew up in a
So
drive, and I
positive,
grew up.
man.
Yeah, I grew up. Work is hard, but it's enjoyable. Like you gotta love what you're doing. If you hate landscaping, brother, it's not for you because it is
Dude, they
not
taught
easy.
me how to make the days go by faster just by
Yeah.
putting a smile on your
I
face
mean,
and
they're
making
they're
They'll
jokes,
the
put
big
man.
music.
thing, and it's
They'll
like
put some band on. They'll put some Spanish mariachi.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
they'll put music.
I don't know if
They
it's
drink some
because they
beers.
don't
Like we'll
know a
crack a
whole lot
beer
of English.
like lunchtime.
Like some of these guys you might work with or get paired up with, they might not know a lot of English, but almost every Spanish person that I meet and that I've worked with, whether I'm going to work with them or if I'm going to a Mexican restaurant, but you tell me if I'm wrong, but like almost the whole Spanish community is like glass half full people, man.
Yeah.
Like it's
They're
like
just very grateful,
you
man.
don't
They're
see them
grateful for the
complain
opportunity.
about
Seriously.
anything, and it's
They're
crazy.
grateful for the work because you got to remember a lot of these people. Like my family, my parents were immigrants to this country too, so they came here when they were 18, 19, 20, illegal. They eventually got their citizenship.
Yeah.
The right way, the proper channels. I'm
Mhm.
not about open borders. I'm about everything they did, come here, apply, get your citizenship, contribute to society, pay your taxes, all that stuff they did correctly. And they worked hard their entire life and they were super appreciative because what they had back in Costa Rica and what a lot of these people have, like my guys are from Guatemala, I've had Honduras people, I've had Mexicans, I've had everybody
Got a
work
lot
for
of
me.
buddies from all those
And
places.
they come from nothing. They don't have any. There's no work there. There's no white people with mansions to cut your grass. Like there's no, not for nothing. Americans are lazy, brother. Like they don't want to do
Well,
housework. They
your
don't want to do
parents
labor work.
who
They don't want to
came
do that
here
stuff.
and they grinded and they got their citizenship, they probably would fly American flag till the day they die. They probably actually appreciate what the country does for
Yeah,
'em, you
like
know?
I'll fly my American flag before I fly my Costa Rican flag. Like I'm
Yeah.
American. I was born here. My
Nice.
parents are Costa Rican. I speak Spanish. I'm 100% Spanish, but this country made me who I am. I love this country. So, and I'm always going to be
That's
grateful
awesome,
for that. And
Marlon.
that's that whole, I guess, Spanish mentality is, you come here, that's American dream. You can make money.
Well, I mean,
There's no
you're
top.
living it right now, brother. You got
Yeah,
3
you're a
kids,
product of it for
pretty
sure.
wife,
Yeah,
you
for
got a
sure.
business, you did have a nice truck there for a little while, but you are out there living the dream. And
Just
a
got
lot
a
of
new truck,
people,
I thought I saw.
I feel
Yeah,
like a lot of
buddy.
people try to talk down on lawn care, but look what it's doing for Marlon right now. And I mean, you're living it, dude. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I
That's
never
wild what you got
graduated
going.
college. I never went to school. Like all my buddies went to school. All my buddies were like 9-to-5ers and corporate life and go to New York and do all these things. My family, my brother, all these people were like, "What are you doing cutting grass?" Like that's what all you do is. I remember this one time, real quick. We were at a high school party, not high school, college party, and I told this guy, and we were a bunch of girls around me. I have my own lawn cutting business, and I was small beans. It was nothing crazy, but I was proud of myself for building something and making something of myself. And this kid was like, "Oh, like you just cut grass, man. That's nothing special. Like I go to college, I do all these things." And I remember looking at him, I was like, "Damn, man, that guy's a piece of shit." And I was like, nothing you say is ever going to turn me off to me building my own business and doing
That's
and
awesome.
following my dreams. Just like you're following yours. Go to college, do whatever you want to do. But like, I got no student debt. I'm making good money. I'm paid for my house. I'm paying for my wife to stay home and take care of our children. We don't have to do daycare. We don't got to worry about
Man,
bills.
that's
We don't
rad.
gotta worry about
Yep.
anything because I'm proud of who I am in this business and this environment and the culture. And now that you guys are building this, podcast industry and the Facebook groups and everything is like
Dude, that's
starting
why
to
you
come
got to
off.
get to that expo, because if people watching this or listening to you, they can look at the pride when you talk about your business, right? And when you
Mhm.
talk about landscaping, when you go to that expo, everyone around you is like you. Everyone around
Yeah.
you is excited to be there, excited to talk to people, and it's just like a contagious, positive place. Dude, I hope you can get out there. And if you won something, they'd probably like drag you out of there. They'd be like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah. Buy me a plane ticket,
Dog
bro.
on a dirt bike,
So it's Salazar Lawn Care on Instagram, right? Or you're on
Salazar,
Facebook?
I think it's Salazar Lawn Care on Instagram. It might be Salazar Lawns. Salazar Lawn Care on Instagram. I'll show you. Hold on. Let me check. I don't know if it's gonna. Hold on. I don't even know my own Instagram, brother.
That's awesome, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
What's my Instagram?
He's probably got to ask his wife, just like Trevor.
Yeah, you're
I don't-
Salazar underscore
Yeah,
Lawns,
Salazar
brother.
Lawns. Yeah, Salazar
Yeah,
Lawns.
Salazar Lawns.
And
I
what is
suggest
it?
everybody go on there and check this guy out.
Piscataway? What's the city?
Piscataway.
Piscataway.
Piscataway. Yeah, I'd say I'm like top 5 here. There's like 5
Piscataway.
big companies here. I'm definitely up there. I only do my hometown. I don't leave. I don't get on the highway. I don't commute. I used to, and then we just consolidated routes and started picking up houses next to each other.
That's
and
funny
now
how
we
that happens, huh?
only do Piscataway now. So it's good stuff. I love my town. I'm gonna go to
And real
Montana,
content
but-
too. I mean, I love, like I say, man, I really do enjoy getting on and just watching your stories and stuff like that, because it's like, man, this dude is living the same thing that I am doing, man. And when I want to get on and complain or something like that, man, I'm not doing it. But then I click on there and it's like, man, look, man, there's somebody else in the trenches with
keep it
me.
real.
Now, if you make
Gotta
it
keep it
out,
real.
Marlon, if you come out in the summer, would it just be you and the wife, or you bringing the whole family?
Nah, I'd probably bring the whole family. She wants to get the babies used to traveling, so
Yeah.
I'd probably make it all out with everybody. I know she
You
wants to
gotta
do like
bring
a
the girls,
honeymoon,
man.
Well, book it out there, man. I'm telling you, if you get out there, you will not be disappointed at all. It's
We'll
pretty
make
crazy.
it fun for you, man. Just figure
And
out
I
a
don't
good
know.
time
I
for
don't
you
know
when
if
you
you
can,
watched
and
that
we'll.
video, but when I went out with Trevor and my son, we went to this restaurant downtown Hamilton, and I don't know if you watched that video, but I was like, this is like the best meal I've ever had in my life. Like this is the
We'll
best.
take you to
I'll look it up,
Amber.
though.
This is
I'll
the
check it
best
out.
potato. This is the best
Hey.
steak. This is the best dessert. The guy who owns that place, that restaurant, Ember in Hamilton, he's literally in March. So in like a month, he's going to be on season 23 of Top Chef. Which
Yeah,
is
I was just
Wow.
at his son's birthday
Crazy.
party today. We were hanging out talking
like
about it,
he's
and they
literally
filmed it
on
last
Top
year.
Chef season
Yeah.
23. So
Yeah,
when
so
I
he'll be
tell
on
people,
Top
hey,
Chef.
this,
Him and his twin brother.
this video is this restaurant's
Dearden.
amazing, and we made that video like the Joker's on Top Chef, which is nuts.
Yeah. And we sat in
Um,
his restaurant. We were literally in the kitchen. I got Ken a table.
Yeah, I
We
got
sat.
some
There was
content
nobody
of
in
him,
there.
like cutting up and doing stuff, and he's on Top Chef on Bravo, which is nuts, you know.
So
Yeah, nah, I'm jealous. I want to definitely come out. I'm gonna try to make it work.
Yeah.
Maybe we can
figure
make
it
a
out,
trip
man. You gotta let your youngest get a little bit older.
Yeah, she's only a month old. You know, it's hard. That's why
you
the
just
wanna
put her
only.
on
travel
your
like
lap.
that.
You don't even have to charge a ticket for her.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, she's free.
Get her on the plane.
Yeah.
You're probably ready to get back and get on that cutie duty.
Well,
yeah, I
I'm
actually
gonna,
gotta go get my
I'm
kid a
going
bath.
to
So.
we're
Oh.
gonna sign off. This is episode 5. I'm gonna let Trevor sign off this episode since I talked too much, so I'm gonna leave it to my co-host here.
Yeah, episode 5. This was a great one. It was awesome talking with you, Marlon. And everybody get on there and check out Marlon's Instagram, his socials and stuff like that. Like I said, it's fun and it's real. You'll enjoy it for sure. Follow Stripe Life Montana, and we'll see you guys on the next one. All right, boys.
All right.